Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Wednesday drop-in meditation session from Mindfulness Voyage. This is Ted Meissner. Welcome back. Those of you who are here live, I am really looking forward to spending this time with you. And of course, as we do each week, we have a short talk about a topic pertaining to our mindfulness practice. Then we'll have a lightly guided meditation. And after that, the recording will stop. But we're going to continue and we're going to unpack our topic for today. For those of you who are watching this as a recording later, this initial part, just know that the fun really begins in the second half. And you're welcome to join the community and see what that is like. And with that, I want to mention just again that we are doing a short series, a multi-week series on the Attitudes of Mindfulness. And it's important as a reminder, and I will do this each week because I know some people will find this recording in the middle of them, to hold these attitudes lightly. They're not in any particular order of importance. They are different ways that can contribute to the different ways in which mindfulness shows up in our life. If you think about that IAA model, intention, attention, and attitudes, this is where the attitudes come in. It's not just this list. It's not the be-all, end-all. It's just a few of them to get us thinking about them. Now, last week we talked about non-judgment. There was a brief talk in last week's recording about that. And then a really wonderful exploration with those who are here live about how that was showing up in your life. And I'm eager to hear some of these prompts if there was more exploration of that during this past week. And I want to introduce our topic for this week is patience. And I just love this graphic as I've been in this space many times or pouring out ketchup somewhere and then it takes a really long time for that to show up. Boy, impatience is something I noticed in myself anytime I go through that. So just very glad that's a wonderful way to show the other side of the coin of patience. So what is patience itself? It has this quality of abiding, of being in things as they are. And it may be that there is a knowledge of, I want things to be different. I have things that I don't want, or I don't have things I do want. And that might be ketchup right now. It may be something else, but patience itself is an experience. It's something you can sense into and has a feel. And once you do have that sense of patience rather than impatience, that itself can be a really interesting experience and maybe even an enjoyable one. And that it helps our mindfulness practice by allowing us to find some contentedness in what is here. And when you're doing, say, the same kind of meditation year after year after year, patience is a very important part of this because this is training. And it takes time to develop those neurological pathways that we're exercising when we do a mindfulness practice. There's a great quote on screen from David Allen. Patience is the calm acceptance that things can happen in a different order than the one you have in mind. So a little bit of reflection and sharing, and this is something that we will be unpacking a bit in the second half of the session after the recording is stopped, is when was the last time impatience was being experienced? What was that like, and what helped you return to patience? So with that, let's head back up to our regular screen and we will begin our lightly guided meditation practice for today, and that will take us to about 25 after. Now, when I say lightly guided, it means there will be times of silence. And that's a time for you to really open up to and lean into your practice with body and heart and mind. Show up. Our short definition of mindfulness is showing up with care. And those are opportunities to really embody that. So let's take our meditation seats. And again, for those of you who are new to this, that doesn't necessarily mean a physical seat. I know many people are in chairs or cushions. You can also be standing or lying down, whatever is most supportive for you that you can do in this time. Please do, and do so with a little awareness of the movements of the body and those adjustments. placing feet on the floor, noticing where the hands are, putting down the mouse, putting down the phone, and allowing your hands to land on your legs, your lap, the desk, wherever they happen to be. And just checking in with the posture of the body. Is there a straightness of the spine rising up from the hips? And noticing if tension has crept into the body even in the past moment or two. And making a choice about how to work with that tension. And noticing the eyes. Are the eyes open or closed? For some, having the eyes closed is supportive of really feeling into this moment. For others, it's more helpful to have the eyes open just a little bit, a gentle peek in the visual spectrum. Here too, you have that choice, that adjustment to your own practice. And allowing yourself to arrive, to settle into this body in this moment, gentle check-in and noticing, how are you doing? How do you feel right now? Knowing there's no wrong answer to this. It's just noticing and acknowledging what's here. Physically, contact with the chair or sensations of movement associated with breathing or temperature in the room or something else. Whatever it is for you, noticing body sensations, sounds. What seeing is like, even if eyes are closed, just a gentle checking in. And noticing thinking, those discrete moments of thoughts coming and going. And here too, like with sensations in the body, noticing and acknowledging without having to get caught up in thoughts as they arise and move. And a third aspect of your being in this moment, rather than doing in this moment, is the heart, emotions, or states of mind. It's another way to look at it. What is already present? What might be invited? And then narrowing your attention, brightening it a bit to your home base. Home base is that comfortable experience you can inhabit right now. Might be listening to the soundscape, even if it's quiet. That's an experience. Getting in touch with where you feel breathing the most vividly in your body right now. Following that in and out. Or just putting your attention on the tips of your fingers, bottoms of your feet. So take a few moments, get reacquainted with home base. And as the mind wanders, just bring it back to home base and refresh that arriving attention, that showing up with care. With the supportive noticing and inhabiting of home base, there may still be other experiences that draw attention. It may be that value judgments show up, allowing those to pass into the background. And renew that experience of home base. Noticing too in this moment if there is a hint of impatience, desire for more silence or more guidance. And just noticing what that's like and letting that go by coming back and refreshing, inhabiting your home base. When you have some stability with home base, gently and gently reflecting on a time in your life where impatience was present. Maybe not the biggest experience of impatience, something a little smaller if a big one comes in as wanting to be noticed. Making a choice, something manageable, not overwhelming. A little impatience. And with this recollective awareness, noticing what that was like at that time. And maybe what it's like to recall that now, that small impatience. And coming back to home base, letting that recollective awareness fade. Get reacquainted with home base for a few more moments. And then bringing to mind another moment in your life where patience was present. And accepting, abiding of what is here right now. What was that like to be patient, to experience patience? Perhaps noticing any similarities or contrasting experiences between impatience and patience. What do they each feel like? And perhaps a little awareness of some of the outcomes of each. And then bring focus back to home base again, refreshing that experience. Refreshing awareness that this experience, this home base, is always right here, available to be felt, be inhabited at any time. And when the moment is appropriate for you, if you've had your eyes closed, you can open those. And still being mindfully present, the conclusion of a formal meditation is not the ending of mindfulness, it's a transition and an opportunity to integrate your mindful presence, showing up with care in the rest of your day. So Thank you so much, everyone, for being here today. And we're going to finish up the recording and start our unpacking of the experience of patience. Thanks, everyone. For those of you who would like to join the community, would be very glad to have you with us. Thanks so much.